Okay, so I'm going to be making some flour tortillas. I already have in the bowl 3 cups of flour, 3 teaspoons of baking powder, 2 teaspoons of salt, and just mix it real quick. Just to make sure that all the salt and everything, baking powder, salt mixed with the flour. To this, I'm going to add a 1/3 cup of oil. And then a cup of hot water. Now be careful because this water's hot. I use the water from my coffee maker, the Keurig. So just, it's a little hot. Okay, just mix it real good. If it needs a little bit more water, just add a little bit more. It seems like mine's going to need just a little bit more. Okay, while that's coming out, I'll finish with this. There's still a little bit more in the bottom, so that's why I'm getting a little bit more of that hot water. Okay, just add a little bit. You can always add stuff, you can never take stuff out, so just a little bit at a time. So it'd be about a cup and maybe a 1/4 cup more of water. And if it becomes too sticky because you added too much water, that's fine. Just go ahead and put a little bit more flour. Clean off my hands real quick. Just going to sprinkle a little bit so it won't stick. A little bit of the flour. Okay, give it a few turns. Knead it a little bit. Okay. So after this, you're going to let it rest for about 10-15 minutes. And then once it has rested for that long, I'll just put it back in here, cover it up, just that way it doesn't get any air and dries up. And I'll be back in about 10 minutes. Okay, so it's been 15 minutes, and all I'm going to do is just a little bit more. Play with it a little bit more. Perfect. Okay, and you just grab in between the fingers and squeeze. The bigger the tortilla, you want, the more of the dough that you're going to get between the fingers. And then just turn it over your hand. Normally, I'll put it in, I'll show you in a bit, but just pinch it into the center, all the edges, and tuck it into the center. You're going to pinch and tuck into the center. And then this will make that little round disc, and I'm laying it right behind, just tucking it in. That's all I'm doing. Put a little bit of flour. And sometimes they come out crooked, sometimes they don't. Thinking my skillet's a little too hot over there, smoking. So hopefully I won't burn the first tortilla. And I like my tortillas small. Having a little bit trouble rolling it out because it's sliding with the flour in the bottom. But that's fine. Rather have it slide than stick on me. Okay, and that's all to it. Go ahead and put it on the skillet and put you in a quick pause while I take you that way. Okay. Leave it there for a few seconds. You're going to be seeing a little bit of bubbles go on. I don't have any nails, so I'm going to have to use this little spatula to flip it over. There's little bubbles right there in here. That's all I'm looking for. And then I'm going to go ahead and turn it over and let it cook. Over here I'm making some salsa, so a little sizzling in here. Okay. Let me get a plate real quick. What goes better than with the tortilla? Butter, fresh off the grill. It's a little too much. Let's see here. That looks good. Y'all enjoy. Hope this recipe helps you. Yeah, I didn't like the way the first one rolled out. It's a little tough to, it looked like it was tough, but it's just that it had too much flour in the bottom. Let me show you, like, real easy to roll out. And not all tortillas come out perfectly round. Mine don't. They never do. I used to sheet and put a plate over it. And cut around it, all around with the little plate saucer so I can and use a little pizza cutter. See if it's how it's crooked. It doesn't matter. I go ahead and put it in the grill. Let me take you that way. And you can see right away the little bubbles are forming. I'm doing one hand, so I'm trying to... My skillet's a little hot. You can tell by the marks the way it is. So I'm going to lower the heat and make another tortilla here. Yeah, you could tell it's a little hot. Let me lower the heat on that comal. But first, let me get the... Okay, let me take you back over here. Sorry for all the movement. Get you another one going here just to make sure we get the one exactly how I want it. And the dough's very soft. The only thing that if you don't put any flour, it's going to stick to your rolling pin. And it could be fun just the way it is right there. But I like my tortillas thin because they do thick up when they're in there because I put so much baking powder. It fluffs up a lot. Let me take you back over there with the other tortilla. See, right away you can start seeing the little bubbles start forming. It's hard to work with one hand. Yeah, my skillet's a little too hot right now. Yeah, a little too hot on the skillet. That's fine. I'm going to let it cool off and then make some more tortillas, but they're still good. They're just cooking a little bit with more darker brown spots on this area, but they're still good. It's not hard to work with one hand. Okay, so either way, just to let you know how easy it was to roll out, and